Hey everybody, what is going on? HexLex here, got another Master Duel video for you, and it is Monday, which means it's once again time for another one of our viewer specials. For those of you not in the know, if this is your first time watching a viewer special video, then what we do here every Monday is we watch replays from you all, the viewers. This is a great way to not only see what other cool decks and combos other people are cooking up, but also just cheer each other on and support each other. It really helps us kind of come together as a community in that sense. It's really cool. So if you want to get in on this, if you want to submit one of your replays for the viewer special, what you're going to want to do is head down to the description below. There's an invite link to our Discord server, the HexLexPlex. Once you're in there, under the Master Duel section, there is a channel called Viewer Special Submissions. And there you can leave your 9-digit player ID. That way I'm able to see your publicly saved replays. Always please make sure that this ID is entered correctly and that your replays are set to public. If neither of those things are the case, then I will not be able to see your games. Also, if you have multiple replays, that is a-okay. The only thing I ask is that you don't submit the same game multiple times, but yeah, as long as you're not doing that. If you have like 14 or 15, however many replay slots we have now, if you got like that many different games, you can submit that many different times, and that's completely fine with me. We do this every week. There's only so many people I can feature, but I do watch just about everything that comes through. So even if you don't get featured, one, I did probably watch your game, and two, there's always the next week you can submit as well. But right, that's pretty much everything we need to cover up top. So why don't we dive on into some of your games? All right, our first game comes to us from the Jackal. So Jackal's got a game where they're playing Fiendsmith tenpai, which is a variant that I've seen around / heard about, but I haven't really seen play out yet. I think I actually have played against this variant before, but I just saw them do tenpai stuff and not really do much Fiendsmith stuff. But I can definitely see how this raises both the floor and the ceiling of the deck quite a bit. Got a playset of Phantasme in here as well. This is a hand trap that I've definitely seen a lot more in this meta than I have in any others in the past. And it definitely makes sense, right? So, and let's see. Our opponent is going to be on Branded. Good old-fashioned 60-card pile Branded. All right, let's dive on in and see how this all plays out. There's a lot of tenpai variants I'm curious about, actually. I really want to build Sky Striker tenpai, but I really don't want to craft Ultimate Slayers. I know they're not like 100% required, but I feel like it's probably optimal. Okay, so our opponent's starting off with Grass. This is kind of funny because even though a lot of Branded decks are 60 cards, you don't really usually see that many on Grass. Because honestly, a lot of the benefits of Grass and Branded are kind of minimal. Now here our opponent did hit actually 3 pretty good hits off the Grass. Despian Tragedy, I see Braided Sword's not bad either, and then also the Bestial Saranir. So, but yeah, you don't see a lot of Branded decks on Grass anymore nowadays. So they mill the Retribution, then add Aliber off the Tragedy. Normal summon Aliber F to add the Branded Lost. Okay, so they must have a way to either add or dump the Fusion here. Nope, they just had Fusion in hand, okay. Alright, they're going to fuse Albaz and Bestial Lubellion for, of course, Fusion Albion. Branded Lost F and Fusion Albion F both get to activate here. Alright, Fusion Albion is going to go for, is Lubellion, I imagine? Fusion Lubellion, yep. And then Branded Lost will add the Mercurier for a negate on the follow-up turn, I imagine. Pitching Albaz off Fusion Lubellion to fuse itself with the banished Albaz in order to make the Mirror Jade, of course. And then now I imagine we're attributing, yep, Fusion Lubellion for main. This is like extremely standard Branded line. This is like very, very basic by the books. Adding back the Branded and White off the Branded Retribution that got milled earlier. Branded and White activating here, fusing the Lubellion with the Aliber. And this is going to summon out Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon. Not something you see too often anymore, but Alright, Nadir Servant, Mill Sprint, add Guiding Quim, End Phase, Branded High Spirits will add itself back to hand. Let's see what other things we can activate in main phase 3 here. Sprint to the Iron Dash Dragon, summoning Spriggan's Kit. Spriggan's Kit, adding back the branded in red to hand, and then putting back a card from hand. End phase, activating branded in red to add back Aliber, and then we're going to fuse. No, we're not going to fuse. Never mind. Okay, I don't know why we activated branded in red then. Setting branded banishment off the Albion, and then passing. Okay. Now, thankfully, we have quite a few board breakers here. Leading with the Feather Duster to force out the branded banishment is quite nice. We have the Raigeki and the Super Poly here as well. We're looking really, really good. It's too bad we faced against like one of the few decks where Phantasme actually just doesn't do anything at all, but it's not that big of a deal here. Okay, they're going to go for Dragos Stapelia. We're going to get rid of their back row. Throwing down the Super Poly next. Pitching the Phantasme, yep. Makes sense. Fusing their Mirror Jade and Masquerade into our own Dragos Stapelia. We're going to get a little bit of a Dragos Stapelia fight here. This does trigger Aliber's Graveyard effect, so I think we maybe should have chained the Dragos Stapelia effect to try to negate their Dragos Stapelia. I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to Raigeki them anyway. Well, okay, actually it does matter because they had the branded opening. Yeah, I think we should have done that and maybe try to negate there, or at least get their Dragos Stapelia to use its once per turn effect. Okay, they have an Ash Blossom for our Sangen summoning. That's a little bit of a problem, or it might be if we didn't have Fiendsmith's Tract as our last card. So now we are just down to the Fiendsmith stuff here. Okay, summoning Lurie. Lurie going for Requiem. Requiem F activating here, attributing itself for, of course, Engraver. Oh, we can beat out the Dragos Stapelia with, with Engraver's effect. I was wondering how we were going to play around that, but this is how we do it, okay. This is how we do it. Alright. So, now we can go into sequence, right? Yep. I'm trying to think if there's a way we can still pivot into tenpai stuff. I don't know, actually. We'll find out. Fusing Requiem and Lurie for Lacrima. Lacrima to bring back Engraver. Yep. Now we're overlaying for a rank 6. Is this Beatrice or is it Caesar? It's Beatrice. Okay, so what's Beatrice stumping? Beatrice is stumping Pydra. And then, oh, duh, because we can just go to Promethean Princess, of course. For some reason, I was like, well, none of them are 2, so you can't bring them back off Sprite Elf, is what I was thinking. Duh, Promethean Princess, of course. So now we can bring back Pydra, go for the Kaimen. Kaimen F, add Shundra. Special summon Shundra. We're doing this during the main phase. So that way stuff's unaffected. Going to battle. Our opponent's going to bring back the Masquerade. We can Shundra bring out Fadra here. Prom Princess battle over their monster. Battling into their Dragos Stapelia. Getting our number of attacks up. So that way we can use the graveyard effects of our Sangenpai monsters. And then our opponent's just going to concede from there. Yeah, that was definitely a pretty easy lethal from there. Yeah, duh, of course they're all fire, so you just bring it back with Promethean Princess. That's how Fiendsmith and Tenpai kind of work together here. So that was cool. Thanks for showing that off, Jackal. Super appreciate seeing that variant there. We still have a couple more games to check out. Let's go into the next one. Okay, so for our next game, we're going to be looking at one from Kinohara. Kinohara has a game where they're playing Fiendsmith Runic Magical Musket. So the Magical Musket deck is something that's been getting quite a bit of attention since the Fiendsmith package came out, because it is a deck of light fiends, and what do you know? We already have an archetype that really, really cares about light fiends. It's really, really good. Musket's kind of one of those decks that's like, I feel like is always like a couple of cards away from just being really good. That's kind of what people have thought since it's come out, though. They do have like one of the most broken Link 1 monsters in the game in the form of Magical Musketeer Max, which is pretty cool. Looks like this variant in particular is also on Runic stuff, which is kind of neat. Multi-universe. Yeah, what is this card? Target a field spell that is banished or in your graveyard, destroy this card if you do place it. Oh! So if they SP our fountain, we actually have an out for it. That's funny. That's good. Alright, and then let's see. We are up against Wow, Cash Tira tier limit. With Horus stuff, too. It's a very unique variant. Cash Tira, like this amount of Cash Tira stuff with tier limit, huh? Alright. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, there's been quite a few people on the Discord lately I've seen talking about Fiendsmith musket. I think I heard about one that did pretty decently in a tournament recently, too. But it might be something I check out if it's not too many URs to craft. Alright, so we're going to lead with Ogre, adding Big Bang, and then normal summon Rhino Heart. That's so weird. Special Ogre, add Big Bang, and then normal summon Rhino Heart. And it's just like, I don't necessarily understand the synergy between going that into a cash engine and then also playing tier limit, but... Oh, dang, I think they could have chain blocked here, actually. No, it's when, never mind, it's a when effects. They had to do Ogre Chain Link 1. So we're ashing, interesting, we ashed the Kick Close and then we're imperming the Ogre here. I guess to be fair, if Ogre looks at our top 5 and then they see Fountain, that's really bad for us, so it is probably worth negating Ogre here. I usually don't bother negating the Ogre Excavate effect, but again, we do have a card that's like particularly important to our deck that's restricted to 1. I also think they had Cashier Prep as well. So I have 2 cards in hand. One of them is Big Bang, we know that. Alright, so going for Hugin, they're going to try to mill with Scream. We've got our second Ash Blossom to stop that. Alright, Hugin F, add the Fountain. Cool, so we got that. Ogre's activating here. Now it doesn't really matter as much, right? Like... Okay, so they banished Magnum Hut. Oh, but the order of our deck's going to change. I was going to say, what is the order of our deck so we can see what we draw off Fountain, but... I think Fountain... Wait, no, Fountain puts them on bottom. Fountain doesn't shuffle, right? Okay, so... Because Ogre doesn't shuffle either, so we can see actually what we're going to draw here. They banished Magnum Hut, so if we draw 2 off Fountain, looks like we're going to be drawing Druid Swarm plus Flashing Fire, which that's not bad. Ooh, they are able to get back their Unicorn with the Cashier Prep. And sure enough, there's our Druid Swarm plus Flashing Fire. Okay, so that means our top deck for next turn is... Not Magnum Hut because they banished it, but Imperm. And then another Runic Flashing Fire comes after that. Alright, milling with the Scream. I don't think they hit too much there. They add another Cashier Preparations. They're playing 2? They are playing 2. This is a weird build. Okay, so that banished 3. I think that was actually pretty good for us, except maybe for this Musket monster. I think getting Imperm and Flashing Fire off the top of our deck was actually quite good for us in this situation. Yeah, Fabled Lure is not that much of a better draw, but... Okay, they're going for Imseti effect. We're going to immediately use the Druid Swarm to banish the Imseti. I still get to add King Sark here. And draw a card. Going for the King Sark F. Sending in Evenly to mill Hoppy. King Sark F again. Sending Canopic Protector to mill Kibesnif. Canopic Protector gets to set itself. Moving to battle here. Yeah, they have Far From Lethal on board, so that's pretty good for us. I like using Druid Storm to send their Era. Shingra Era can only protect itself from destruction, so using a send effect to get it off the field I think is quite good. They're making a rank 8 here. It's going to be Zombie Vampire. They hit Scareclaw Cache, which is they're going to summon what they mill from us. A couple of runic spells, which is actually not bad for us, and then one of our musket monsters. Okay, so here we have Fiendsmith Engraver and Fabled Lure in our hand. Not the most ideal, but it's like, we'll definitely take it, right? So they're activating both Canopic Protector and the Cache Preparations, bringing back the Tier Cache, and then also Kibesnif. Tier Cache is going to mill them 3 here, because it was summoned. And then they get another 3 from Scream. They're starting to get kind of low. I was going to say, I'd be really surprised if they didn't hit a Fuser soon. There's Shiren. Wait, they milled us 3 and not them? That's really weird. I don't know what's going on in our opponent's brain. Alright, so they're going to stop the Engraver summon F with the Roll Colosse. We can go Tract add. Oh, because Tract adds any Light Fiend. Wow, so that just like is a huge consistency buff for the Musket deck, isn't it? Musket gets like their own Rhoda plus. It's actually just better than Rhoda. Well, I guess it is if you already have Fabled Area in hand, but... Alright, so now we're going into Requiem. Musket Max was able to summon 2 more Musketeer monsters from our deck, going for the Engraver. Tract F, we're going to fuse here. Looks like we're fusing the Max plus Fiendsmith Engraver into Lacrima. Lacrima F activating here, bringing back... Yeah, and that can bring back Magical Musket stuff too, because it is a... they're all just light fiends. I didn't know Muskets had a tuner. Oh, you don't need a tuner for Chaos Angel, of course. As we need to burn them. Also, more importantly, probably than burning them, is just the fact that we get to put back the Magical Musketeer Max, right, for future plays. Now going into Fiendsmith Sequence F, we're going to fuse for 3. Yep, I was going to say for Desiree here, right? Requiem F can equip to the Desiree. Sequence F also equipping. Oh, so we can negate up to 3 things. Yeah, our battle phase is skipped here, but we've put up a pretty formidable board. Wow, a Rise Heart with 3 level 7s, okay. We're kind of past the point of being scared of a Rise Heart, though. Oh, really? You're doing it on Chaos Angel? Ah, see, if they had actually done that on Desiree, that would have actually been a pretty huge punish for us, I'm not gonna lie. Because... yeah, they wouldn't have been able to, like, their stuff would have still been negated, but we would have lost our Desiree first. But thankfully they did it on the Chaos Angel, so... It looks like they're fusing into Kaleido Heart here. Kaleido Heart to put back the Desiree, I assume. No! Why do this to me? Why Kainu? Why are you still trying to target this Chaos Angel? Okay, they are going to go for the Underworld Goddess, but... it's only going to negate Desiree for the turn. Moving to battle phase, we're simply going to battle over the Arise Heart. They've got multiple Cashier preparations here. Why is this person playing multiple Cashier? I don't understand. Okay, anyway. Yeah, they're going to try to use the Canopic Protector in response to our Desiree, but we have a call by for one of the targets here. That being the Hoppy. Oh, that's right. They're playing level 8 Horus in this deck. Yep, here's Tier Cash. They get to attach, they get to mill, they get to mill. They really are going to mill themselves out, aren't they? I guess they still have, like, fusers in there, though, right? There should be a Shiren in there. Oh, but they're... see, okay, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like... Why would you want to summon a Rise Heart in a Tier Limit deck and banish all the stuff that you mill? I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. I just don't get it. Okay, were they not able to target Desiree there? Or, Okay, we're finally getting rid of a Rise Heart. They're cheating Canopic Protector. It's fine. Because all they have is Kibesnif, and who cares if that one activates? Yeah. That's why we banished Hoppy. Wait, we're fusing away our Desiree for Lacrima? And then bringing back Engraver, and then going into... what are we going into? Yeah, Underworld Goddess negates Lacrima. What is this effective Desiree? Oh yeah, to send. Right, of course. So we just end with our Lacron being bigger than everything else, and I guess maybe that'll be good enough. Okay, our opponent's about to mill themselves out here. Our opponent's really been spinning their wheels a lot these last few turns. Okay, they do have the Havanus there, though. And they keep choosing to mill us. Why are they milling us? I don't understand. I guess to be fair, if they had milled themselves both times that they milled us with Tear Cash, you would have decked out by now, but, like, there's no way that you possibly planned around that, right? Madolche to put back all of our own stuff. I guess the opponent choosing to put back their own stuff from Madolche is an interesting take. Going into SP. What do they make that with? Tear Cash and best sniff. Okay. Okay, they milled Chiron again. They're chaining Runic Dispelling. They're chaining the Little Knight. This is one of those duels where, like, I don't even know what's happening anymore, honestly. I don't know what's happening anymore. Alright, roll close again, sure. Yep, Fountain for 3. Yeah, finally got that other Runic spell to get our draws going here. Engraver's putting back Desiree. They're going to use Underworld Goddess to negate. Yep. Still gets to put our Desiree back, though. Oh, is this Typhone? It's gotta be, right? There's nothing else it could be. Yep. Super Star Slayer, Typhone, Sky Crisis. Activating here. Detaching, putting back the Roll Close. Then we get our Lacrima back. Shotgunning the Maxi, why not? Also SP bouncing in response. Why not? Sure. Chaining the Runic Golden Droplet. Getting to summon out Sleipnir. That's cool. And then we go for Fountain F. I think for 3 again? Yeah, for 3 again. That's good. Oh, we got 3 Runic spells? Good lord. Oh yeah, we just decked them out here, right? Because we... Well, I guess they don't have any more cards to send off the top of our deck, off the top of their deck, so... Ironically, if we had saved Golden Droplet, we could have actually forced the deck out this turn. Although we could just pass here. No, looks like we're in a style. Like, we gotta be careful. I mean, there might be some out of styling to put stuff back into their deck. Alright, for Hugin. And let's see what else we got. Fountain. I am just going to throw this in fast forward just because at this point, yeah, there we go. We could just click end phase and then win the duel. Alright. And there we go. Winning by deck out. Well, that was one of the wildest games I've seen on here in quite a while. Thanks for that, Kinohara. I think we have time for one more still, so let's finish off with that one. And for our final replay, we've got Transvamp, aka Audrey, who is playing Madolche, which is honestly one of my favorite pet decks. It's not something I play as often as I should, given how much I like it, but I think Madolche is a really cool deck. I've been wanting to come back to Madolche ever since Orange Herald went to 3. I've been wanting to try that out. I don't know if that's actually going to be good or not, but we'll see. Anyway, got a very cool Madolche list here, and I think we're up against Fiendsmith Yubel. Yeah, it looks like Fiendsmith Yubel here, so... let's dive right on in and see how this one plays out. Yeah, I think Madolche is like a criminally underappreciated deck. Madolche is one of those decks that I think everybody just assumes is bad, but if you really put the time in and got really good with Madolche and really grind down ladder in tournaments, you could have really good results. There's a lot of decks like this in Master Duel that this is the case for, honestly. And so we're leading with the Vernu Sylph, and they have an Ash Blossom for it. We can, however, use Hoot Cake. Normal summon that and banish to summon our Petting Sisor. Petting Sisor for Angeli. Angeli after tribute for the Messengelato. Going Messengelato for Salon here, and now we're going to link all 3 off for, is this the Meow Macaroons? It is, the mini Meowcaroons. Adds any Madolche card from deck to hand. We're getting Magdalene. Oh! And then we can use Salon for extra normal Magdalene. Magdalene F to add another Madolche monster. It's going to be Messengelato in this case. So we can bounce the Messengelado back to add another one. We can add another spell trap because Messengelado is special summoned. It's going to get us Promenade and the Solana F in order to set the Dessert. Setting up all of our trap cards here. That's really good. And then overlaying for Tiramisu and then for the Fraise Tiramisu. Setting 2 before passing. So that's like a very simplified version of Madolche's line. Mostly I think as we open with Hoot Cake, we're able to streamline it so well there. But this is about what you would expect the Madolche end board to look like. You have the Queen Tira Fraise in order to bounce back multiple cards from the opponent's board, as well as setting up multiple of our own pieces of in-archetype disruption in the form of trap cards, like Promenade to negate stuff, and then we have Dessert to bounce stuff as well. So very good, very, very nice. Alright, they're going to lead with the opening of the Spirit Gates, adding the Dark Beckoning Beast from deck to hand, a normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast. No, they're going to go for Nightmare Pain first. Nightmare Pain's activating here. We're chaining the Promenade in order to negate the Nightmare Pain. I actually like this, that we're using our negate on a spell card, because all of our other disruption is like bouncing to the hand or spinning back to the deck, which is all stuff that you specifically do to monsters. So using a negate on a spell, I think, is pretty smart there. And then, yeah, even if they go for the Phantom, we can just use Dessert to bounce it. Normal summoning Dark Beckoning Beast, we get to imperm that. So now they're down to 1 card in hand. You know, I was going to say, too, what we ended on doesn't look like a lot, but it's far more than enough, especially because a lot of our stuff here, I guess really just the Tierra Frosty, can hit multiple things. Our opponent's last card is Fiendsmith Engraver. Going to, of course, add the Tract for Lurie, but then I imagine when they summon Lurie is when we'll just go ahead and activate, yep, exactly, our Madolche effect. That's going to put back their Fabled Lurie and their Dark Beckoning Beast, and now they have nothing with which to combo. And we even get to put back their Engraver and Tract from the graveyard. That's really funny. Literally leaving them with nothing. Not that they could use either of those graveyard effects anyway, but oh, that's, you know, it's funny. That's why Madolche was so good in Tier 0 format. Glass of Flay's graveyard disruption effect was highly relevant at that point, of course, but alright, thank you very much for that replay, Audrey, aka Transvamp, as well as everybody else who submitted for this week, and every week, really. I mean, it's like I always say, the viewer special could not happen without you all submitting, so thank you all so very much for your submissions. I really do appreciate that, but that is going to do it for this one. And yeah, why don't we just move on now to our outro. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Just want to give you a huge thanks for watching all the way to the very end of the video. Believe it or not, that is actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, is by watching the videos in their entirety. But there are many ways in which you can support the channel if you are so interested. The names that you're seeing on screen here, I gotta give an extra special thanks to, because these are people who have chosen to either become a member on YouTube, which if you're interested you can do as well via the join button next to the subscribe button down there, or have signed up over on Patreon and become members there. Link to that is going to be in the description below. Without the support that is being offered by, again, all the people that you're seeing on screen right here, I would not be able to take the time to dedicate to uploading daily YouTube videos. So thank you so very much. But there are also other ways you can support as well. Again, link to the description below. If you like my deck tracker that you'll see in a lot of my videos, the Untapped Companion, you can download that for free, and if you use my affiliate link down there, then that also goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That's, again, free. So is subscribing here on YouTube. That's also free and a huge way to support. You can also check out Twitch, once again linked in the description below. Following and subscribing over there will not only support as well, but also give you notifications of when I go live if you want to catch some of the live streams. But really, no matter how you choose to support, it all adds up, and it all definitely means the world. So thank you, each and every one of you. For now, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out. But more than that, I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.